Pre-calculus AB.
Oops. Oh well. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. So if I type in the equation, so I'm gonna go decimals. What was the first equation? Two sine second power x. That should be like this.
Yeah.
And then what?
Minus sine x.
Minus sine of x.
Minus 1.
Minus 1.
Equal to 2.
Do I put in equal to 0? No. Okay. So you see the first answer is right here. Second answer is right here. Third answer is right here. But you gotta make sure you move everything to the left side before you do graphing. And that's how you check all your answers. Yes.
Is it always just on the right side?
What do you mean just over? Oh, because I only want a 0 to 2 pi, because I hear it's already past 2 pi, because I hear it's pi over 2, it's past 2 pi. I only want it between 0 to 2 pi. That's how you check your answer. So if you don't have a calculator, if you have a calculator, you can always check your answer, see if it's right. That's you see your approach is right. Some people is asking how do I do a tangent problem or the secant problem, which is I think people asking the last few questions. So let's start with a tangent problem. I think the problem of tangent is this. Our unit circle doesn't show the tangent value. But I will give you a hint from now on. But let's give a question first. What was the question?
9, 10.
9, 10.
Power x. Minus 3.
Minus 3 is equal to 0, right? Okay. I'm gonna do it in two ways. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna do it two way, and I'm gonna ask you see which way you prefer. I probably prefer that this is a difference of square, but that means a squared equal to 9, 10 square of x. What is a? What is square root of 9? 3, so it'll be 10 of x, right? And the b squared is equal to 3, so b must be what? Root 3. Does that make sense? So it'd be 310 of x plus root 3 and 310 of x minus root 3. Is that okay? 10 of x equal to negative root 3 over 3. And 10 of x equal to square root 3 over 3. Now, most of people stop right here, but that's not the goal. The goal is not finding 10 of x. It's finding the x. Because if you stop here, I cannot give you points. You have to keep on going. And then, so I'm going to teach you a shortcut. Remember, unit circle has all that 1/2 square root 3 over 2 and stuff like that. You can work out earlier. So what I mean, write this on the notes. If I work it out, sine of pi over 6 over cosine of pi over 6, and that's equal to tangent of pi over 6. So if I work it out, that's 1/2 square root 3 over 2. Is that okay? Is this okay? And that's equal to 1/2 times 2 over 1/2 divided by square root 3 over 2. And that's 1/2 times 2 over square root 3. Rationalize it, it'll be 1 over root 3. Now I need to rationalize this, so square root 3 over 3, that's the square root 3 over 3. So that means a tangent of pi over 6 is going to give you this, right? So that's equal to pi over 6, right? Now, there was another place also give you the same value. Can you tell me which other radians also give you square root 3 over 2? No, that's going to give you negative. There's another moment where tangent is also positive square root 3 over 3. You're absolutely right. Why is that though? At 7 pi over 6, sine and cosine value, they're both negative. Yeah, so the negative cancel out. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand that? Shanti, do you understand that? They're both negative, so negative over negative will cancel out, become positive.
Yeah, I understand that. I just don't understand that.
Do you understand this part?
No.
I work out tangent of pi over 6 equal to sine of pi over 6, cosine of pi over 6. That's equal to 1/2 divided by square root 3 over 2. And then 1/2 divided by square root 3 over 2 is equal to 1/2 times 2 over square root 3. I simplify the 2, so it'll be 1 over square root 3. Rationalize to get square root 3 over 3. Yes, Anna?
How do you know that you have to do tangent pi over 6 to find the 3?
I don't know. I'm gonna go discover all the value for you right now. So I'm gonna work out for the. How about you work out tangent of pi over 4? What do you think tangent pi over 4 is? Yes.
Isn't it when you couldn't find anything for negative for the 3 over 3? If you can't find anything.
We won't talk about it, but can you first work out what's tangent of pi over 4 for me? It's really easy, by the way. It's the easiest calculation that you're gonna do in the world. It's 1. Because sine of pi over 4, we know pi over 4 is like the best value you can get, because that's square root 2 over 2 over square root 2 over 2. That's equal to, they cancel out exactly, that's just 1. Does that make sense? Now let's do tangent of pi over 3. What's tangent of pi over 3? It's going to be sine of pi over 3 over cosine of pi over 3. What is that?
3 square root of 3
Over 2, right? And 1/2, right? So yeah, square root 3 over 2 divided by 1/2. So that's equal to square root 3 over 2 times 2 over 1. Cancel out, that's square root 3. So it turns out that you are consistently going to get this 3 value. But some sign's going to be negative. For example, all the first quadrant and third quadrant is always positive. Why? Because 2 negative sign cancel or 2 positive sign cancel is still positive, right? But if you have second quadrant and fourth quadrant, it's going to be negative. So therefore, on this part, it's going to be x equal to the 1 at quadrant 2, which is 5 pi over 6, and x equal to 11 pi over 6. So even though this is not on unit circle, you might want to write on the notes. And this is the best way to write on the notes. This is memorization. I think it's easier. Pi over 4 is no memorization. Because tangent of pi over 4 is what? Is equal to 1, right? And on this side, I just memorized this one. What is tangent of pi over 6? Well, we know that's square root 3 over 3. And the other one is pi over 3 is here. So tangent of pi over 3 is equal to square root 3. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I just memorized those 3 values. Well, this one is not even memorization. I just understand it. So only down to 1 value, either square root 3 or square root 3 over 3. So this one's going to be square root 3 over 3. And that one's going to be square root 3. Does that make sense? So that way I know all the tangent values. So if you want to ask this question to the thing, so be, let's just say 9 If you don't know, 9. Now, I don't want you to do this way with the calculus. I want you to figure out on your own. But I want you to check your answer on your own as well. -3, right? Pay attention to here, 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 here. Do you see all the answers over there? That's how you double check. But you have to finish your work first. You have to understand with your homework, when you do it, you have to go try your best to do it. And when you do it, you should try your best to check your answer. Do not just look at answer, just copy down the answers there. You can do that with ChatGPT, take a picture, photo math way, but you failed all the tests. There was no point of doing that. The point is you do the work, you check the answer, and you think about why that answer is wrong. And if you think about why it's wrong, then you can fix it. A lot of time people says, I think BC is gonna have a big test tomorrow. They have to do like a lot of work. For example, they have to do this is the one question, this is the amount of work that you have to do. And BC that this is one questions from there to there, from the top to the end. You start with the integration of square root 1 plus x squared. You can go all the way down to natural log of 1 plus x squared plus natural log of square root 1 plus x squared plus x plus c. That's the final answer. So you have to be able to do all that. Now, it's not memorize how to do this question. To understand how as those questions are interacted and how the things that we're doing. So that 1 plus tangent squared equal to secant square of x. We did that yesterday. We show you that there was a picture of like that of a picture of like saying I'm too sexy and I know it. Same idea. So you gotta know your ideas for math rather than trying to memorize. Don't memorize it. Diego, Gabby, you guys need to do homework. Diego especially, you're definitely smart enough for this class.
Diego and who?
And Gabby.
When,
You don't want to be in the same sentence as Diego.
you never get that far, no. You know. They do as you will.
Diego, you are one of my favorite people.
But don't forget about everyone else, you know. They smarter than you.
No, they're not smarter than you. They put in more effort than you do. But if you put in more effort, you'll be smarter than everybody else. That's a problem. You don't. I need you to do it though. For me, Diego, for me. Questions? How about the one with secant? Did you do the one that was secant?
Wait, no, which one?
Which one? I don't know.
It's
What was this question? Secant what? Square root x minus 2 like this?
Yeah.
Is equal to 0? Okay. Secant square of x equal to 2. I'll show you a second way to do this without using difference of square. What are you supposed to do here? Square root. But every time you square root, you must what? Good. So that'll be that's gonna be secant, right? And do you know that you don't need to know the secant value because secant you can convert to what? 1 over cosine. Can you multiply both sides by cosine of x? Does that make sense? Can you divide it over to the other side? Does that make sense? What do I do next? Rationalize. And yet, Winston, you failed my unit circle. You know how to do all that hard stuff. Fail unit circle. And then, can I get all the answers now? What will be the answer? All the pi over 4s. That's why you need to know your reference triangle.
Yeah, I think I already fucked up my head right doing it, right?
What?
The cake right there fell down. My head was something like those.
You have concussion?
It was like
What, you lay down your head?
I didn't have my head. Piece my head. You want to see the picture of me getting hit by a car?
No, I saw it already.
Yeah. It's not like a picture of me getting hit, but just me. Yeah. No, not laying in front of it, but.
Like, why isn't it one over cosine x? Why is it just?
Do that. Me posing when I was out like, oh. Your boy went straight up.
Like, it was
Gone,
really
bro.
little.
Ain't even give me no drugs, bro.
So when you.
Your boy was in that pain the whole time like this. With the concussion, I couldn't sleep with it. Like, what have you meant to be like?
When is that?
Huh?
When is that?
When was that? Last year, February.
Oh.
It was like 3 days after I got my learner's license.
Wait, you got hit inside a car?
No, I was on a dirt bike. I was crossing the street with my cousin's boyfriend, and it was like nighttime, so the guy didn't see us. So when he hit us, I took my foot, and I was gonna start running away, but it hit us still. So I flipped over, and I was in the middle of the road where like cars were crossing, like right behind the light, and I hit my face against the concrete, and then I had to get up and then run across because like I was worried. But the homeless guy was like, no, stay there, you can get paid.
Oh, I see.
I mean, the person hit you, did they run away though?
I have no idea. I've never seen that guy again.
Really? Hit and run?
I don't know if it was a hit or run, but I was worried about my cousin's boyfriend more about myself because we got separated. He went to the other side, I went to the other side.
No, but who paid for your medical bill?
I think we were in the wrong because we didn't have any like didn't sue or anything.
Okay, anyway. Interesting story. So does that make sense? So intuitive is solving, and that's understanding what is going on. Is this okay? Is this hard? Okay, so let me give you a couple questions, see if you're able to do it.
Yeah.
I look like you know.
Well, yeah, because I feel like when we started by doing this, you're like not solving it. You just like have it.
Now, a couple questions yesterday. For example, if you have like sine of x plus 3 is equal to 0 like this, sine of x equal to -3, this part is no solutions. The reason why it's no solution is because sine of any value cannot be bigger than 1. Because your biggest unit circle, the biggest length is 1. Anything greater than 1 is no solution. Tangent, however, and secant, however, can be greater than 1. But it's any sine and cosine. They say sine and cosine is equal to square root 3. There's no answer. Does that make sense? Because there was nothing greater than 1. Okay, so let's try a couple questions, see if you guys can work it out.
Wait, wasn't that applied to cosine?
Yes.
Plus or minus 1? Mm-hmm. Maybe they close it. They did it wrong.
All right, why don't you solve this one?
It's 1 over.
1 over.
Right? 1 over sine.
1 over 1 over.
It's just plus minus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Plus minus over plus minus still plus minus. But I think you only have one plus minus because the other side is just a number. Check your answer on decimals. Winston, you want to do math competition? He's like, I fail unit circle. Where's Amelia? Are you in Science Olympia? Are you going to bolt competition? I'm trying to take people away from Davis because he pissed me off. And start trolling him for fun.
I go 1 over. When you and it's like, so I'm like, I over 3 and 5 I over 6
You guys got it?
as a y value. Square root 2. But don't forget after this 1 equals, but there's square root 2 1. Yeah, but like why? How do you like?
How do you get 1?
Then I do 1 over 7.
Where's the answer on this one? Hold on, there's no answer on this one. Huh?
When the sine
Like for this one.
sine equals 1 of pi over 2.
Hold on, maybe there's no answer for this.
Not yet, no. It's never equals 0.
Yeah, there's no answer to this, right?
Oh.
So it turns out there's no answer, but that's the path that you're supposed to approach it. But I'm sorry, that's not a good question. CS square x equal to 1/2. Oh, and the square root both sides. So so square root both is 1 over sine of x equal to 1 over square root 2. And that's going to be rationalize it. So that's going to be 1 over sine of x equal to square root 2 over 2. However, if you you can flip both sides at the same time. So it'll be sine of x is equal to 2 over root 2. Does that make sense? I flip both sides at the same time. And I say square root 2 over 2. That's going to be sine of x equal to 2 square root 2 over 2. Cross it out. Sine of x equal to plus minus root 2. Now, plus minus root 2 is bigger than 1 or smaller than 1? Bigger than 1, so this part is no solutions. Trick question. Psych. Sorry.
Now hold your horses, Buckaroo. Where did you get 1 at? If you plus 2 and then you divide it by 4 from both sides, you're gonna have. Okay, okay.
Did you also like move 2 over and then square root?
You mean this part?
No. Like -2, can you just move it to the other side and then square root everything?
This step?
No.
I know what you're talking about. You're
The
talking about.
first one. Yeah.
Step?
So you plus 2 and then you square root it, so you get 2c.
Yeah. Like instead of the like dividing by 4, can you just square root?
Like this?
Yeah.
I don't see why not, but I usually prefer not to do that. There's a reason why I prefer not to do that. It's still gonna get the same thing, but there's a reason I don't like to do that, but I don't remember what's the reason. I mean, I do something, there's a reason for it, but I don't know what is the reason in this particular case. I always prefer to isolate the thing by itself. That's the thing. I don't know. Yeah, more methodical and it can take care of more questions. Are you guys okay?
I'm still out of it.
Or the first arrow. Why does the plus minus go away? Yeah, right.
Huh? You can do it now. Whoever failed need to stay over to take it. Stay over to take it now. I have a paper here.